I'm very excited to share some really good news with my patient fraternity and fellow healthcare providers. Amputation care around the world is progressing at a rapid rate. And it is important to understand that once a patient gets an amputation, that they need to be as functional as possible. An amputation is often not the loss of a limb, but the regaining of functional ability and a new lease on life. And the care around amputations is evolving at an incredibly rapid rate. One of the main innovations or advancements in this field is something called a bone-anchored prosthesis, also known as a click prosthesis, also known as osseointegration. And in simple terms, what this does is it gets rid of the mechanism that a prosthetic limb is normally attached to the amputated segment. So normally we would employ a socket, which is like a suction cup that attaches to the limb. Now, with the bone-anchored prosthesis, what happens is that there's an implant that gets inserted into the bone, and that actually provides a basis on which the prosthetic limb can be attached very quickly and very efficiently to the patient's limb. Now, what this does is it takes away the socket and all the problems associated with the socket, but also it provides direct feedback to the patient from the ground. So in other words, you feel the ground much more securely when you're walking around on an osseointegrated implant. This technology is based on technology that was developed in Scandinavia and based on implants they use for teeth. And essentially, it is a titanium-based implant that grows into the bone of the tooth socket, and onto that you can attach artificial teeth. Now, the same technology has evolved and been developed for amputation care. And essentially, this implant gets attached to the bone, and this becomes the carrier for the patient's artificial limb. This really provides game-changing function for a lot of our amputee patients. And I'm very excited that we are working closely with a team in the Netherlands and Germany to bring this technology to South Africa. We are in the final phases of development of an advanced press-fit osseointegration implant that will be available in South Africa from 2025 onwards. We are undergoing rigorous testing. We are undergoing training of the surgical teams and the care teams to provide the best level of care, and we've linked up with really experienced surgeons from Europe in order to provide this life-changing care to our patients in South Africa and beyond.